All right, we may begin now. Thank you very much. So, boys and ladies, as you may remember, last week we were talking about a unit called mood food. So we were using vocabulary related with the food, the different vegetables, different fruits, and any other complement related with this kind of vocabulary. Now, today we are going to change the topic and we're going to focus on family. All right. So what vocabulary do you know related to family already? Let's see. I'm going to share my screen right now so we can analyze and we can discuss the first part of this topic. We're talking about family life. All right. You already have access to this in Moodle, so you can enter whatever you want. And we have some photos here showing family members. What's happening in this photo in particular? What's the relationship between these people? Let me see if I can zoom it a little bit more so we can all check the picture. All right, that should do. There we go. Can you all see the picture? Yes? All right.
Yes.
So we're going to see what's the relationship between these people. What is happening? Who can tell me what is happening? Please, raising your hand. Thank you very much. Yes, Lorena, would you like to speak?
Yes, family lunch or breakfast.
All right, they're having lunch or breakfast. Well, let's analyze what kind of food they are having on the table. What's this lady holding? What is this?
A salad.
A salad. What does the salad contain?
Tomato,
Tomato,
pepper.
pepper, well, probably it contains pepper. Lettuce, maybe.
Leches.
Uh-huh. All right.
Onion, maybe.
Onion, probably, yes. Very nice. I mean, there are some things that we cannot really identify through the picture, but overall, we can say that it has lettuce and tomato. Now, what do they have on their plates? Are you able to identify anyone? But please, once again, raising your hand. Can you identify anything on the table? No? What are they drinking? Maria Belén, go ahead. You can tell me. Maria Belén, Tutibén.
Repeat
The question. The question is, what are they drinking? What is the name of this? How do you call this?
Soda?
Yes, you call them soda, Maria Belén. Thank you very much. All right, this is soda, but at the same time, it has another name in English. Stephanie, would you like to tell me?
They drinks orange juice, soda, mango juice.
Mango juice. Wow, that's very specific. Thank you, Miss Stephanie. How can you tell? Well, they're drinking soda, and normally we call this soft drinks. All right, they're having soft drinks. And well, that's related with the liquids. Now, what about the food? What do they have on their plates? What is this? Is it a burger? What is it? Yes, Abel, tell me.
Hamburger?
Is it a burger? Are you sure?
No, it's a barbecue.
Okay, yeah, definitely they're having a barbecue outdoor. But my question is, what exactly do they have on the plate? What is this?
Hot dog.
Ah,
Hot dogs.
it looks like a hot dog, right?
They have a meat.
They have meat. Well, it might have meat, but over here, this is definitely a hot dog, right? You can see the bun and you can see the sausage also. You see? If you follow my arrow, this is where we see the sausage. But over here, maybe they have something else related with meat. Who knows? But what concerns us today is not really related with the food that they're having, but on the family members. They must be part of the same family. So who would you say is this man? The man in the middle.
Grandfather?
The grandfather, right? Or the grandpa.
Teacher,
But-
could
Yuri.
be they are in the summer.
They are in summer. Yes, yes, we can see it's a sunny day over here on the leaves of the trees. Very good. All right, if you tell me that he is the father or the grandfather, who is grandfather? Is the person you're talking about is on the picture? Stephanie, would you like to add something?
The names, members, the family.
The members of the family. So Yuri
Um,
already said he's the grandfather, but my question is,
Yeah.
who's grandfather?
Who is grandfather?
Whose grandfather? ¿De quién? Abuelo de quién? Whose grandfather?
Ah, okay. The mm, no tengo aquí. Nip, Nip, Nipson.
No, you say grandson or granddaughter, nieto o nieta. Grandson or granddaughter.
Okay.
All right.
Nipson.
Who?
Nipson.
Nepson. Ah, nephew.
Okay.
Is that it? Nephew?
Him.
Nephew
Yes.
means sobrino.
Brother-in-law.
Confundí.
Nephew means sobrino. Brother-in-law means cuñado.
Yes. Okay.
All right. So, well, definitely we can say that we have many family members around this table. We have a grandfather, a grandmother. We probably have an uncle, an aunt, los tíos, right? We obviously have a mother and a father. We also may have the children here, the daughter, the son, and so on. So those are like the basic family members that we can identify in any family. All right, let's move on with the question. I would like you to try and explain to me the difference between each pair. So what's the difference between a father and a parent? What is the difference? Please try to do it in your own words. What is the difference between a father and a parent? Once again, if you raise your hand, that would be great. Stephanie, all right, you're participating a lot today, Stephanie. Go ahead.
Father is papa, and a parent is mother and father.
Very nice. Yes, that's the reason. That's the difference, right? Father is only the man, but parent can be father or mother. Both of them are parents.
Parent is plural.
Okay, so parent is singular. If you say parents with the S, then it's plural. But right now, if it's only one parent, it can be any of those two, the man or the woman. All right, that's how this works. Let's continue with the next one, number 2. Considering you're not raising hands, I'm gonna ask you to tell me, Miss Andrea Parada, number 2. What's the difference between a mother and a stepmother?
A mother is when the mother, a stepmother is when a woman married to with a husband, but her husband has a son and daughter. A mother is a pregnant woman and his son is on with her husband.
All right, Andrea,
Sorry.
thank you very much. That was a very interesting explanation. I mean, you made yourself understood, so that's important. And yes, the difference is that the mother is the one who carries the baby in her womb. That's how you say útero, womb, all right? But the stepmother would be the father's new wife, which would be stepmother. I mean, they have a similar relationship, but they are not mother and son or mother and daughter. That's another woman. All right, it was an interesting explanation. Thank you. Now I would like to hear Teresa. Teresa, number 3. What's the difference between a brother and a brother-in-law?
My brother is the son of my parents, and my brother-in-law is the person who married to my sister.
Very nice. The man who marries your sister, that's your brother-in-law. Excellent, Teresa. Thank you very much. Let's move on with number 4. Let's see. I would like to hear Julissa. Number 4. What's the difference between a grandfather and a great-grandfather? Julissa. You missed the button, Julissa.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Number
didn't.
4,
I
please.
didn't see the camera one. Oh. Okay, number 4, a grandfather and a great grandfather.
What's the difference?
A grandfather and a great grandfather.
Yes.
A
What's the
good
difference?
grandfather? I'm not sure. Both are grandfathers, right?
Of course.
But a good grandfather.
A good. No. Okay, I understand. So you see the difference between a good grandfather and a great grandfather. That's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking both of them can be good. The thing about the word great is what we know as tatara, right? In Spanish, we say tatarabuelo.
Mm.
And
Okay,
if
okay. The
it's
father and the
3 times
father.
tatara, you would say tatarabuelo. So you start talking about the generations above. But in English, you would say great, like great grandfather. That's how they say in English. So now, once again, what's the difference between a grandfather and a great grandfather?
So the great grandfather is the father of the grandfather. That's different.
All right, yeah, and the grandfather is who?
Is the father of the son.
No, The father of the son. Well,
The
that's confusing.
grandfather, the grandpa.
Okay, don't talk about any other person. Talk about yourself. Who is your grandfather? How do you explain that?
My grandfather is my father's dad.
Right. And your great grandfather would be?
Um, my grandfather's dad.
Your grandfather's dad. Very good. Thank you, Yulisa. All right. Let's move on. What's the difference between a nephew and a niece? Jenny Alvarado. A nephew and a niece.
It's like the childrens of my brother or sister, and
Yes.
nephew, I think
Nephew.
it's for nephew, I think it's for male, and niece for female.
It's female, right? So the
Right.
nephew is a boy and the niece is a girl.
Yeah.
That's basically the difference. Thank you
Mhm.
very much, Miss Jenny. Now, what is the difference between a child and an only child, Ana Paula Lazo?
Hi. Well, I think that when you say child, only child, is when you have only one son or daughter.
Hmm?
You know. When you refer a child, you only don't say that is the unique. Is like general.
It's a general term, right? It could be the only one, or you could be referring to one of many children, right?
Mhm.
Very good, thank you. And number 7, finally, let me ask Miss Lorena Iñiguez. What's the difference between your immediate family and your extended family?
My immediate family are my brothers and my fathers, and the extended family are my nephews, my brother-in-law, my grandma, grandpa.
All right,
Yeah,
Lorena, that was a very good explanation. There's only one thing I must correct you. You say
Yes,
your fathers, but you only have one father. Now, if you talk about your father and your mother, you say the parents. You
Yeah.
combine and use the word in number 1, you see?
parents, yes.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
So your parents, your brothers, and your sisters are your immediate family. And well, because
Yes.
you're looking upwards and to the sides. But what if you're talking about your own children? Would they be your immediate family as well?
Yes, as well.
Yes,
And
definitely.
my husband too.
All right, very good, Lorena. Thank you very much. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Lorena is, well, this is her first class. So I would like you, whoever is responsible of the WhatsApp group, to please send her the number through the chat so she can text you and you can add her to the group. I know you have a group, so I would like you to invite her so she keeps in track everything that happens in the class. All right?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Lorena. You will receive a message in a moment. Hopefully the person who is responsible of
Thanks.
the chat is here. All right? El administrador del grupo de WhatsApp, please, le manda su mensaje, su teléfono para que Lorena le escriba y la agregue. Thank you very much. All right. All right, so this is a nice warm-up. We are using vocabulary that probably we know with others that we don't necessarily know. Now, for our third activity, we are going to identify some statistics. All right, statistics means estadísticas. The BBC recently did a survey of 21st century families in the UK, the United Kingdom. Read Changing for the Better and try to guess what the missing percentages are. Choose from the list: 17, 26, 60%, 75, and 85%. So in order to do this activity, we are going to do this reading together. All right? It's called Changing for the Better. It's a question. Let's get started with Miss, let me see, Miss Shayla. Shayla, begin reading, please, this article.
changing for the better. Sorry. Family life is changing in the UK, but not in the way we might think. When the BBC did a survey of families in Britain, they expect to find that family relationships were suffering because of the decline in traditional family structures. However,
Oh, thank you very much,
how
Sheila. That's enough. That's enough. So now we know that family relationships are changing, right? They are changing, but we don't really know if it's for something good or for something bad. So these are the results that are quite surprising. However, some of the results were quite surprising. Do you know the meaning of the word quite? Has anyone heard this word before? Let me help you with an expression. The results were quite surprising. All right, you interpret what it is. Quite surprising. All right, the first results, Mr. Yuri Pazmiño. The first results, 58. Yuri? Yuri, hello.
Hello, teacher.
Yes. Help me reading, please, the statistics.
The 58%
Yes,
of the men,
of men.
39% of the woman, age 20 and 24 still. Wow. I think that it is right for parents to share rent to children who have a job and are living at home.
All right,
It's
thank you,
30%.
Mr. Yuri. Thank you very much. Keep in
Okay.
mind something. Keep in mind something. I believe I'm having trouble with my connection. I'm so sorry if it happens. So we have very young people who are still living with their parents, all right? More than half of them are men and less than half are women, all right? Consider that many men are still living with their parents by the age of 24. That's a big number. Now, you must guess the number here. What percentage from this 17, 26, 60, 75, or 85, which one do you think is the percentage that of parents who think that they must charge rent to children over 25 years old and they have a job but are still living at home? What do you think is the number? Remember, this is statistics, which means they are providing an opinion. Lorena?
26 maybe.
26%. All right, let's work with this number. 26% think that it's right for parents to charge rent to children over 25 who have a job and are living at home. Let me ask you before we continue. I would like to know how many of you are still living with your parents? Please raise your hand. How many of you are still living with parents? Nobody. All right. So we have 1, 2. That's it. Nobody else.
41. 40%.
Thank you. Well, now we have 4, 5, 6. All right. Well, the question is, raise your hand if you're still living with your parents. All right. So if we calculate the number of people that are here, 6 of you raised the hand. 6 of you raised the hand. Let me see. 6 divided by 22 who are here, that gives us 27%. 27%, and all of them were women. I noticed. Obviously, this statistics is completely random, considering that the majority of students in this class are women. Yes, Maris Laces, do you have a question or a comment? No? You were just raising the hand. All right, that's good. That's good. Thank you. Thank you for the active participation. Well, the thing is that I would like to know from those people who raised their hand, who helps to pay the rent in your house? Who helps to pay the rent? Nobody. Nobody pays the rent. Who helps to pay the services, maybe? Maybe you're in charge of paying the water, the electricity, internet. All right, we have one. Very nice, very nice. Thank you, Alexandra, for sharing this with us. So as you can see, not everything is for free. And at least in the UK, and so, I mean, the same thing happens in Canada, in United States, in Australia, in places where young people, adults, but young people still are normally going out of their homes to build their own life, right? So it's not very well accepted to have people living with their parents above 25 years old. They are expected to find their own ways to rent their own apartment and to start being responsible for their own actions. Normally, that's what happens. Let's finish reading the percentages. Mr. Oscar Foleco, please. 30%.
30% use the internet at least once a week to contact their families. On average, 130 kilometers from adults' life.
Yeah, this looks like the Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Right?
On average.
Hermione and you have Ron reading this in the opposite direction. On average, adults live
130 kilometers from their parents.
Very good. Thank you. You know, 130 kilometers. That would be the same distance from Guayaquil to where? Where would that be? Punta Blanca, maybe.
Machala, maybe.
Machala to the south, maybe. All right. All right. So it's a long distance, if you ask me, because in our context, in our city, normally we try to live very close to our parents. Am I right? Maybe there are exceptions, of course, but we try to be not very far from parents. And many families, I've heard, they try to be neighbors with their families, with their parents. So you're starting your first family, all right, but you live very close to your parents. So you're all like the big family in the surroundings. And that's nice. That's nice. I believe it's part of our culture. But in other cultures, the further, the better. They try to be as far from their parents as possible, which at some point might even be sad. I don't know what you think about this, but this is my opinion. If you think something different, please be free to share it with the class. Do you think living far from your parents is something positive or negative? Please, raising your hands. I would like to hear your opinions. What do you consider? All right, remember, if nobody participates, I choose you. So you will still have to speak. Natalia Lizaldes, I want to hear you. Thank you. Natalia, please.
Teacher is here.
Yes, I know you're here. Tell me your opinion. What do you think about living far from your parents?
Repeat the question, please, teacher. I
Of
don't,
course.
I don't understand.
Of course. What do you think? What is your opinion
Okay.
about living far from your parents? What's your opinion about living far from your parents? Natalia?
Yes, teacher. Is one moment, please. Please. Okay. Where is the live? My parents.
Well, the question once again is, what do you think about living far from your parents? Far.
Okay.
Do you know what is far?
My mom.
Uh-huh.
This is the. Okay. I live this. What else? Quevedo.
You live in Quevedo.
No.
Your mom.
I live Guayaquil.
You live in
My mom is
Guayaquil.
I live Guayaquil.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. My dad is Duran.
Your dad is in Duran.
Yeah.
And your mother is in Quevedo.
Yeah.
All right, that's a long distance, different cities.
Yeah.
Do you like it that way? Or would you like to be with your parents together?
So, teacher, I'm like my mom.
You would like to live with your mom?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Tell me something. Who do you live with in Guayaquil?
I'm live Guayaquil with my sisters.
With your sisters. How many sisters
Yeah.
do you have?
What?
How many sisters do you have? How many sisters do you have? One sister, two sisters?
Okay. I'm four.
Four
sisters.
sisters.
Yeah.
All right, so you're still
This is
living
all the
together with your
women.
family. I understand. Thank you, Natalia. Thank you very much.
Thank you, teacher.
Let me ask another person. I would like to know about Josue. Josue, do you live with your parents?
Yes, both.
All right. Josue, what do you think about living far from your parents? Would you like that?
Yes, so like
You would like. Where would you like to live?
because I feel comfortable.
Oh, you feel comfortable. Very good, Josue. But the question is, if you would, I mean, if you want to live far from your parents, where would you live?
In this country.
In this country or in a different country, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe, but that doesn't sound very sure. So that means you're not sure. You would like to stay with your parents.
Yes.
All right. We can respect that decision. Thank you very much. If anyone else would like to comment, please be free to raise your hand and we will share the ideas. All right. So what comes next is that we are going to listen and check if the statistics that I believe it was Lorena, proposed for the pink data is correct. I believe she said 26. So let's analyze and see if that was correct.
One point 1.15 Family life 1.15 Family life is changing in the UK, but not in the way we might think. When the BBC did a survey of families in Britain, they expected to find that family relationships were suffering because of the decline in traditional family structures. However, some of the results were quite surprising. 58% of men and 39% of women aged 20 to 24 still live at home with their parents. 85% think that it is right for parents to charge rent to children over 25 who have a job and are living at home. 30% use the internet at least once a week to contact their families. On average, adults live 130 kilometers from their parents. 95% of people say that they have a close family. 60% of people have a meal with their immediate family every day. 26% say that their families never argue. 17% have family members who they don't speak to anymore. 75% think that families should look after grandparents. 75% of people are happiest with their families. 17% are happiest with friends.
All right, were you able to identify the answer? Remember, we're trying to find how many people think, what percentage of people think that it's right for parents to charge rent to children over 25 who have a job. What was the percentage? Could you identify the percentage?
I think she said 85.
85%.
Yes, it's 85.
All right, you think, but you're not sure. Ladies and gentlemen, please notice that whenever you have to play an audio track here in Moodle, you have the opportunity to lower the speed. So you can try a different speed here, like 0.75, in order to improve your comprehension on this listening. We're going to listen again, and we're going to point out the moment when she mentions that statistic.
1.15 Family life is changing in the UK, but not in the way we might think. When the BBC did a survey of families in Britain, they expected to find that family relationships were suffering because of the decline in traditional family structures. However, some of the results were quite surprising. 58% of men and 39% of women aged 20 to 24 still live at home with their parents. 85% think that it is right for parents to charge rent to children over 25.
There you have the answer. Let me repeat just that part.
85% think that it is right for parents to charge rent to children over 25 who have a job and are living at home.
There you go. That's the answer. So 85% think it's right. Now, what do you think? I'm going to leave that question for you to analyze as an introspective. All right? So ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do some group work right now regarding this activity. What do you think? And give reasons about these situations. Families should have a meal together every day. Do you think that's necessary? Is it important? Children should leave home as soon as they can afford to. Do you think it's really an urgency, or do you think it's more cultural? What do you think? Parents should charge their children rent if they live at home and have a job. All right, it's an interesting opinion. Parents should be friends with their children on social networking sites like Facebook. Elderly parents should live with their children when they are too old to live alone. So right now, I want you to give me your opinions. All right, remember, in order to give opinions, you can say words like should, right? Or you can say should have. You can use should be as examples. The word should is a recommendation. It's what you believe in. All right. We normally interpret should as debería. That's the meaning of should. So what do you think they should do? Keep in mind this. So we're going to move into groups of 2 or 3. And after we finish, I will call you back and you are going to tell me the information of another person, not about yourself. From another person, you say what they believe. All right? Do you have any questions? No questions? Please, make a screenshot of this activity so you can keep it for your group assignment. All right? Keep this activity as a picture so you can perform properly. I'm going to create the breakout rooms. As I told you, groups of 2 to 3. That should be more than enough. All right. Let me move. I'm gonna make some changes here because I know we have people that are not really ready. All right, now we're ready. You can enter the breakout room. Let me know if you have any question. There's a button to call for help. Alexandra, Lorena, and Maris Laces, please.
Okay.
Let's begin. Remember, you're not talking about yourself. You're talking about a partner in the group. Anyone but yourself. Go ahead.
Start. Mister, who has to start?
Anyone you like.
I would like to talk about Lorena. Okay. She talks, in her opinion, the family should share meals since they also share their experiences of the day. This is the number 1. And the number 2, she thinks that the children should live with their parents until the children feels comfortable. Yep. And the number 3, she thinks that it depends of the son's situations and if he study and or he can work. Okay. In the number 4, she's agree because she thinks that the parents can see the information of their child in Facebook. And the last one, in the 5, the fathers should have to grow up the children to be able that he can that he don't depends of anyone.
All right, Maris Laces, thank you very much. We're gonna listen to the next person in that group, either Alexandra or Lorena.
Okay. Maria Leslie say the family. She think that the family should have a dinner together every day because that's the way that they can be close in the day. The second for question, child should leave home as soon as I can. She say she don't think so. She thinks they have to be in a age able to be alone by himself and solve their problems. In the third question, she don't think so. She think they have to have saving to the future. In the question 4, she don't think so. She thinks they should be friends and have conversation too, sorry. And the final question, she thinks, yes, they should be cared by their sons.
All right, Lorena, thank you. And the final person in this group is Alexandra. Go ahead, Alexandra.
Opinions, Lorena. One, opinions if they shows it together to share. Two, she thinks not until they are ready for life. Three, she believes it depends on the child situations. 4, if they shows be friends of Facebook for Safari. 5, she thinks not because the parents have and should fix it.
All right, Alexandra, thank you very much. Next group would be Cynthia, Jenny, and Judy. Go ahead, you may start.
Hey, teacher. My opinion, Jenny Alvarado. A family should have a meal together every day. I think not every day because not everyone will be away at the time. Question 2, yes, they should because that way is the less expense for the parents. And number 3, I depends because there are parents who we have no problem buying their children. Number 4, I don't think there is problem because I have my parents. Number 5, I think they should because use as the 2 part of use we should too.
All right, Cynthia, thank you. Jenny or Judy, go ahead.
Me, the Yuri, he thinks that in the first question, they should because the expense are shared. The second one, he thinks that if they are stable at work, yes, they could. The third one, parents should be friends with their children on social network sites like Facebook. And wait. The other question is Yuri said that he would like it because a compliment from the mother or a constructive criticism is not bad. And the last one, he said that the right thing is to take care of them and return the love.
All right, Jenny, thank you very much.
Okay.
The final person will be Mr. Yuri. Go ahead, Yuri.
All right. The first questions, Jenny think not every day because not everyone will be available all the time. The second questions, Jenny think yes, they should because that way is less expensive for the parents. The three questions, Jenny think it depends because there are parents who have no problems paying their children. Fourth questions, they think, I don't think there is a problem because I have added my parents. The five questions, she think they should because just as they took care of us, she should too. Or that
All right,
teacher.
Mr. Yuri, thank you very much. We continue with the next group. We have Brittany, Jennifer, and Josue. Go ahead, please.
Okay. I'm going to talk about Josue. And the first question, he thinks that if the family should live together every day at last dinner because the way they can eat together, and after that talk about each other's day. The second, he thinks that if he work and live at home with her parents, with his parent, he should help financially at home. The third, he thinks it should be mandatory if you are a minor and so parents can supervise. Or he would think so when your parents are very old, we should live with them to be able to help them.
All right, Brittany, thank you very much. Next, Jennifer or Josue, go ahead.
For Jennifer Jamba, talk about, I think, she thinks so because this is how family ties are strengthened. It depends if they have the truth of the parents, they can do it. She should have a job and can help you. You should collect rent for your children. They should be friends or social network to share different situations, for example, memes. If they have to live with their parents because they are older and need help with the daily activities.
All right, Josue, thank you very much. So finally, we have Jennifer.
Okay, the opinion is the, no, perdón, Britney. Yeah, number one, she did not because sometimes we need to eat alone or was other person, not necessary to do. Number two, depending if you have the possibility or children could do it. And number three, she showed just because the son has an income, so he must help. And number four, she don't think it is a problem. Number five, yes, everyone need company and the age it has because of the legal mobility they might have. Thank you.
All right, Jennifer, thank you very much. By the way, welcome, Miss Gabi.
Hello, sorry.
Hello, Gabi, what happened?
No tenía internet.
Oh, all right.
Sorry.
We have been there at some point. Miss Gabi, I'm gonna share with you the activity we're speaking about so I can give you a grade. It was a group activity, but in your case, well, you'll have to do it alone. You will go by the end. And
Okay.
this is it. Take a screenshot, please. Let me know. Done?
Okay, thanks.
All right, you're welcome. Let's continue. The next group is Maria Belén, Michelle, and Oscar. Please go ahead.
Okay, I'll go. I will share with you the Maria Belén's opinions about these topics. Let me. First one, family should have a meal together every day. She fully agree. She thinks all the families should have a dinner every day with every family. About the two, children should leave home as soon as they can afford to. She's agreed to. She thinks when the children feel cozy, comfortable, and capable to live alone. Yes. Number three, parents should share their children rent if they live at home and have a job. Of course, yes. Not at OB, but not fully the rent, but at least one the service. Number four, parents should be friends with their children on social network. She thinks not should be an OV2, must instead probably could be a decision, a mutual decision between parents and children. And number five, elderly parents should live with their children when they are too old to live alone. Actually, all we are fully agree with this until the last question, and the answer is yeah. All the children should be afforded to the parents.
All right, Oscar, thank you very much. We move on with Michelle or Maria Belén. Go ahead.
The opinion, Oscar opinion, the first question say that families should have dinner whenever they can. If they have dinner every day, it's very intensive. The all days dinner is very intensive. The second question, Oscar say the children should leave home as soon as their parents allow them. Third question, Oscar say they should not the third question. The children should not pay a rent.
the children should contribute. Contribute. ¿Cómo diría contribuir?
Contribute.
Contribute. Contribute to the house. And the question number 4, the parents should be friends and their children should social networks. The parents, if they can be a friends, but it shouldn't be an obligation. The question number 5, elderly parents should, and the Oscar thing, the Oscar thing, if they should take care of their parents, because the same, como que the same, lo mismo que hicieron por ellos, o sea, deberían cuidarlo. ¿Cómo diría?
Yeah, Maria Belén, hear me out. They should give back. They should give back what they received from their parents.
They should
give back.
Give back. Okay, they should give back. They should give back.
Yes, give back means devolver.
Yeah.
They should give back
they should give
what
back,
they received from their parents.
What they
received
what
from their
they
parents.
receive of the parents.
Yes, from their parents.
From the parents.
That's it. They should give back what they received from their parents. All right, Maria Belén, thank you very much. We're just missing Michelle. Michelle, go ahead.
Chair, pero ¿de quién habló? Si María Belén habló de Oscar y Oscar habló de María Belén.
And nobody wanted to talk about Michelle. What happened? All right, you can talk about Maria Belén again.
María Belén.
Yes, please.
Okay. One question. No. She thinks she should every day.
They should what? What are you talking about?
María Belén.
Yeah, yes, I know, but what? What should they do? I don't understand.
One question.
Yes, question number 1. What does it say? You should tell me that information in the answer.
All right. She thinks she should eat, creo que era.
Eat, yes, having a meal together. That was number 1. All right.
Yeah. 2 sería. 2.
All of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Yeah. 2. She thinks she should live with parents. Es que when, hasta cuándo, ¿cómo sería, teacher?
Until,
¿Me puedo repetir?
until,
All twin, all twin,
until,
all,
on,
on,
until.
until,
Yes, until
uh, uh, the sun feels comfortable.
when the sun feels comfortable.
Comfortable.
All right, continue. Michelle.
Yeah. 3 question, unanimous decision that they do, that they do not charge, but contribution to the household expenses. Sorry. Yeah. 4 question, unanimous decision. It is not obligation, but a mutual decision. If I yes, they should have, then they have then grandparents.
I don't understand what you're asking, Michelle. Are you asking anything?
No.
No? Did you finish already?
Yes.
All right, I thought you were asking something, so you paused. All right, thank you, Michelle. Thank you very much. Let's continue with the next group, which would be Ana Paula, Itati, and Teresa.
Hi. Well, I need to say the question, or I can only say the answer.
You can only say the answer. The problem is, in the answer, you should give me the information related with the question, because otherwise, how can we know what you're talking about?
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Well, Teresa said that it's important the family bonding. Yes, and this is a time to share. That is agreed. And the second, well, that is depends, because the parents don't always want you to leave. Where's the number 3? What also is depends, because it's the relation that you have with your parents, because you maybe have the money enough for to pay some hobby, but not for to pay big bills. For example, in my case. The number 4. Well, also it depends, because Teresa said that it's very important to privacy, because sometimes you don't want that they look some situation that maybe you look bad. The last one, well, she comments that she and her parents don't live with her grandfather, but her dad visit very times to her grandfather. Well, I think that is the important thing is to look out for their well. That is all. Thank you.
All right, Ana Paula, thank you very much. We still need to hear Itati or Teresa. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about Anna.
Teresa, now you have good internet. Very nice to hear you live. All right, continue. Sorry for the interruption.
Okay. The first question, my partner agreed because it is a way her communication improve and stronger bonds, como que el vínculo, is great between all the members. The second question, my partner thinks that she depends and signs it is very dangerous to live alone, and more so for women. Three questions.
Teresa, I'm sorry, who are you talking about?
Anna.
Anna. And Anna, who did you talk about?
Teresa.
Oh, so we have a problem. Who is Itati going to talk about? It's the same that happened before with Michelle.
The problem is that maybe Tati don't talk about a little.
Oh, Itati did not participate. Itati, what happened?
I think that you have the problem with her.
Oh, she's
I
having
don't
problem
know.
with the microphone, so she didn't participate. We don't have information about Itati.
Aquí estoy, teacher.
Yes, I know you're here, Itati. All right. Itati.
La primera.
All right, Teresa, I'm going to interrupt you now because I'm curious what Itati has to say. Itati, go ahead.
Yo voy a decir, profe.
Okay, adelante.
One, yes, because it make the family stronger and make them apreciar.
Appreciate.
Appreciate the time they spend together.
All right.
Two, not because they don't have the nature to recognize
Okay.
what they want or what they need.
All right. Itati, just a fast question. Pregunta rápida. ¿De quién está hablando?
Yo estaba haciendo, estaba haciendo personal.
Ajá.
O sea, sí le estaba preguntando también a las chicas, pero yo iba haciendo, como quien dice, sola.
Ok. Ok. No me acuerdo
Pero
cuándo,
sí,
cuándo
sí
le
les iba a
dije ese.
preguntar.
Ah, sí les iba a preguntar.
Sí, o sea, sí escuchaba lo que ellas hablaban y también les preguntaba, sí, pero ahí...
Okay, Tati, thank you very much. Tell us one more, number 3.
3. No, I think that as soon as they get a hope, they have to recognize the necessity of the home and afford responsibility to pay like food or basic services.
All right, Itati.
For...
No, that's it. Itati, thank you very much. Itati, yo sí necesito destacar algo. Mire que este nivel se supone que es un nivel B1 Y en los niveles de la Academia de Idiomas, este es un intermediate, si no me equivoco. ¿Verdad?
Yes, sí.
Ok, si es un intermediate, ya en este punto, Itati, se espera que por lo menos usted pueda manifestar ideas sencillas de forma espontánea, sin necesidad de leerlas. Pero Itati, usted me está leyendo todo lo que me está diciendo, entonces, ¿en qué momento usted produce
Yo lo hice
realmente?
aquí en Word.
Por
Lo
eso,
estaba haciendo aquí en Word.
por eso, está bien, no le quito el mérito de haberlo hecho. Ya, el problema es que en esta actividad de speaking, lo ideal sería que usted pueda expresar ideas sencillas, pero sus propias ideas que nazcan en el momento en el que le estoy haciendo la pregunta. Entonces, el momento de hacer la preparación en grupo aparte es como para tener las ideas claras, los puntos claros y yo sé de qué voy a hablar. Entonces, si mi compañera dijo, bueno, yo no estoy de acuerdo con esto por este motivo, entonces usted le dice, mi compañera dijo que por este motivo ella no estaba de acuerdo, pero usted lo vuelve a decir en sus propias palabras de forma espontánea, porque si usted si usted se limita a leer lo que escribió en el Word, no hay realmente una producción oral, porque usted no está hablando en función de lo que piensa, sino en función de lo que está leyendo. ¿Sí me hago entender?
Sí.
Yo necesito que las actividades que le mande a hacer de speaking y Tati tengan una preparación, sí, pero no sea 100% leído. No puede ser, tiene que ser usted hablando en inglés.
Ya, profe.
Okay, Tati, thank you very much. Teresa, please.
Okay,
Let's go back from the beginning, Teresa. I already lost track of what you were saying. Go ahead.
Okay. The first question.
Yes, please.
Okay. And the first question, my partner agreed because it is way her communication improved and a strong bond is great between all the members. The second question, my partner thinks that she depends since it's very dangerous to live alone and more so for women. And the third question, she thinks that is she already working, it is her obligation to contribute, no lo puedo pronunciar, contribute to household expenses. For question is she's agreed, but you have to block them in certain posts. And 5 question, she's think that is depends on family and economic situation she's going through. Thank you.
All right, she's going through. Thank you, Teresa. Very nice. Let's continue. The next group would be Julissa. Wait a moment. Sheila, where are you?
Tuve que salir a comprar medicinas a mi papá que está enfermo, pero sigo aquí en clase, no se preocupe.
All right. Yes, I can say, Miss Sheila.
Sí.
Are you in San Marino?
Sorry?
That's not San Marino.
No, está legítimo en la casa.
Ajá.
Acá hay una fibeta en el Río Centro, si no me equivoco.
Río Centro, right.
Sí.
All right, Sheila, continue shopping.
No.
All right, where are we? Julissa and Stephanie, go ahead, ladies.
Okay, I'm going to talk about my partner. The question 1 is she thinks families should eat together every day as a family because it can share moments. The second statement, the children shouldn't leave as soon as they can afford. They must obey their parents. She thinks parents should be charged their children's rent if they live at home and have a job,
Should
because they
charge.
must
Charge. Charge.
Okay.
All right, keep going.
Because they must be their support until they become independent. 4, she thinks that parents should have their children as friends to supervise them. 5, she thinks that elderly parents should live with their children when they are too old to live, that they do not live alone. They must be protected and care for us as they did with us.
All right, Julissa, thank you very much. The next person is Stephanie Alban. Go ahead, Stephanie.
I told about of Yulis. She question number 1. She think that the families should have her meals together because that will make you feel more close to each other. Question number 2. She think that you should leave home only if her are in a legal age. Question number 3. She say that the parents shouldn't charge his children rent even if they have a job, because they still being children, and that is a parents responsible until they become independent. Independent. Question number 4. She thinks parents should be friends with their children on social networking because that will help them to supervise what are they posting only and corrected in a healthy way. Question number 5. She thinks that parents should live with their children when they are too old, because at the end of the they need help just like when she were a child. Thank you.
All right, Stephanie, thank you very much. Next group is Abel, Natalia, and Sheila. I want to hear Sheila first. Go ahead, Sheila.
Mister, excuse me, please.
Excuse me, what, Natalia? I'm hearing you.
Okay. Yeah.
No, but Sheila first, come on.
Ya. O sea, que me disculpe un momento, es que le voy a decir algo.
Ya, me va a decir algo.
Ya. Lo que pasa es que nosotros lo hicimos de una manera diferente. O sea, no como los compañeros, porque nosotros entre todos nos respondimos las 5 preguntas. Ya, digamos que Sheila me pregunta a mí y le pregunta a Abel. Y nosotros dábamos nuestra respuesta. O sea, nuestra actividad fue interactuar las 5 preguntas 1 a 1, porque si lo hacíamos por pareja, como que uno quedaba fuera.
Not really, but okay. Do it exactly as you practice. I want to hear you speaking. So the 3 of you at the same time.
Okay.
I start first.
Yes, please. I want to hear Sheila first. Out loud.
Okay.
Very loud, very loud. Thank you.
You can hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Don't come closer to the microphone.
Okay. The first question. Families should have a meal together every day. Natalia answered, okay, she think that be good for the family have a meal day together. They can talk to all things that happen in the family and have a good conversation and communicate everything that, well, happen in the family. And the second question, parents should be friends with their children or social networking sites. Well, Natalia said yes. She thinks parents should be friends with their children in Facebook, Instagram, or another networking sites, because nowadays it's a way to communicate with our family. The 5 question or only 2 or 3?
I believe that's good enough for my grade, Sheila. Thank you very much. So we're just missing Natalia and Abel. Go ahead, any of you.
Okay, this is opinion de Sheila. Okay, question number 1. She think really good because and it's a bond a moment where everyone the community or communicate. Yeah. Okay, this is for the question number 2. She think she should be not leave because and they can be prepared to make choose a big decisions. Okay, this is a number 3. Question number 3. She's opinion the should because that means a big and responsible, not only outside but also but also inside at home. Okay, number 4. This is opinion to Sheila with the question at being asked on the younger. Okay, this is therefore I will have answered the no. O sea, no. But now I think, o sea, yeah, she think that should because not only do you realize what they say and ready to sorry, but rated you generate the seguridad. What is, ¿cómo sería la palabra seguridad?
Security.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The question number 5. She think they should not because this is your opinion that's already a big responsible.
My opinion?
The Sheila.
Sheila's opinion. Her opinion.
Her opinion, yeah.
All right. All right,
Okay.
Natalia, thank you very much. We're
Okay.
just missing Abel from this group. Go ahead, Abel.
I am confused because I understand the activity and another. In this moment, I was arrived with my house because I don't talk with my group, and I answer the question for me. I can
Yes, you
think
may.
about me. Okay. First, family should have a meal together every day. Just because I think that the dinner is the perfect moment for meals together because I can talk about our day. Okay. Second, children should leave home as soon as they can afford to. Okay. Yes, I think that this is correct because becoming independent and self-sufficient help to
Self-sufficient, yes.
Okay, self-sufficient help to for your carrot. Okay. 3,
My
parents
card?
should.
Did you say my card?
No. Carrot.
Uh-huh.
Character.
Okay, but you say your character. You mean my
Yes.
character?
My carrots. My carrots.
All right.
3, parents should train their children rent if they live at home and had a job. No, but I think that contribute with the basic service have to the family. Okay. 4, parents should be friends with their children on social networking sites, Facebook. Yes, this is a normal. I have all my family in Facebook and I can educate with photo. Okay. Ultimate elderly parents should live with their children when they are too old to live alone. Yes, because they elderly and will not be able to do think by themselves and they need help. Okay.
All right, Abel, thank you very much. So that would be it with the groups that we made, but we're still missing 2 people. Gabby, who entered a little bit later, but before we listen to Gabby, I was wondering about Mauricio Jimenez. Mauricio, this is your first class, right?
Hello, yes, it's my first class.
It's your first class. Why haven't you come earlier?
Sorry?
Why haven't you come earlier? Why is this the first class? We started like 2 weeks ago.
And I have problem to connect to the class because Thursday I have class of my career.
What's your career?
Physiotherapy.
Oh, okay. So?
And the week, the after week, I have some projects to do, and estuve full.
You were full.
Sí.
All right, I understand. So this is your first class. I don't know if you noticed the activity we're working on. You were basically answering these questions. All right. So you feel free to take a screenshot to what you're seeing. And after Gabby, it will be your turn. We normally have a recess by this hour. So after you're done, we go to recess our 15 minutes. All right. We're going to listen to Gabby Salazar.
Okay. First statement. Families should have a meal together every day. I agree with it because I think that's the moment where you can share things that happened in the day. Second statement, children should leave home as soon as they can afford to. I think that it depends if the children is immature, I think that they don't have to leave home. Third, parents should charge their children rent if they live at home and have a job. I agree with it because I think that is important to give them responsibilities. So that helps us to grow. Parents should be friends with their children on social networking sites. I know that some people have problems with this, but I don't have problem. I can be friends of my parents in Facebook, Instagram. Elderly parents should live with their children when they are too old to live alone. I agree with it because I think that that is the minimum we can do for them. Thanks.
All right, Gabby, thank you very much. That was very nice. Mauricio, are you ready?
No, I'm not ready.
All right, you know what, Mauricio, you can prepare yourself during the break that we are going to have. All right, during the break, remember, you can, if you need, you may disconnect, but we're still back into the class. in 15 minutes, or you can simply put the camera off, your microphone off, and then we come back. All right, we will come back at 8:26. 8:26. Thank you very much. All right, so welcome back. Before we continue with the next activity, we had Mauricio missing on the previous activity we were working on. So please, Mauricio, we hear you.
Okay. The question is, do you think that families should have a meal together every day? Yes, because it's an activity that integrates the whole family. Do you think that children should leave home as long as they can afford to? Yes, because each person has their privacy and must learn to be independent. Do you think parents should charge their children rent if they live at home and have a job? Yes, if it's a small payment, but having a job and continue to live in the parents' house should contribute something. Do you think parents should be friends with their children on social networking sites? And some Facebook, Instagram, etc.? No, because many times we publish things that are not bad and they see it as such and starting criticizing you. Do you think elderly parents should live with their children when they are too old to live alone? It depends. If they can no longer be completely independent, because they need help, otherwise, I think not, because they are in a position to defend themselves.
All right, Mauricio, thank you very much. That was very nice.
You're welcome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on with the next activity. Today, we're going to practice some grammar related with this unit's chapter, which is future tenses. All right? Let me share with you. There we go. So in the next section, we have the future forms. We're going to work together this activity. All right, I'm going to start working with Grammar Bank 1A. All right. And I'm going to ask you to please share with me the ideas that you might have. All right. After we finish, you will be able to work on the 3 activities that we have on the platform. So we start with this quiz over here. We have to choose the correct form and tick the sentence if both are possible. All right, this is the tick or the check. So this says the following. My grandparents are going to retire or will retire. What is the correct answer? What do you think?
Are going to retire.
Are going to retire. All right, we're going to write this down according to what you said. Thank you. And well, that was the first one. The next one says, will we or shall we invite your parents for Sunday lunch? What is it?
Will we?
Will we?
Will we? Shall we?
Shall we?
Shall we?
Shall we?
Could it be both? If it could be both, we can check. We can tick. What do you think? Shall, will, or tick?
Check.
All right, let's check. Thank you. Thank you for the confidence. Number 2, I am going to make, or I'll make a cake for your mom's birthday if you want. What is it?
I will make.
I'll make. Remember, there is a contraction here. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'll make a cake for your mom's birthday if you want. Number 3, I'm not having or I'm not going to have dinner with my family tonight. What is it? I'm not having to have, I'm not going to have.
I am not going to.
I am not
I'm not
going.
having.
I'm not, okay, the
Sure,
problem is,
the teacher put the check because the two option is correct.
yes, the check means that both are correct.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
All right. So you cannot really say, I'm not having to have. You see? So you can say, I'm not having dinner. That would be correct, but not, I'm not having to have. That's not possible. So I'm not going to have, that sounds better. Number 4, let's see. The exam will be on the last Friday of term, or the exam is being on the last Friday of term. What is it? Will be. All right. I'm writing your answers, by the way, not necessarily because they are correct. All right. Number 5. You can trust me. I'm not telling anyone what you told me. Or you can trust me. I won't tell anyone what you told me. What is it?
I won't tell.
I won't tell. Anyone think of something else? I'm not telling. Maybe. Maybe it's the check. All right. If we don't have any other answers, we're going to leave. I won't tell. The next one. My cousin is arriving at 5:30 p.m. Or my cousin will arrive at 5:30 p.m. What is it?
Will arrive.
Will arrive.
Will arrive.
All right. All right. Thank you. Number 7. I think the birth rate will go down in my country the next few years. Or I think the birth rate shall go down in my country in the next few years.
Shall go down.
Shall go down. All right. I'm going to write your answer. Thank you. All right. Welcome back, Andrea. How are you doing? Andrea Parada.
Doctor, es que no le escucho, disculpe.
All right. I guess she can't hear me because Sweet and Coffee, it's noisy. Number 8, I'm not going to go to my brother-in-law's party next week. Or I won't go to my brother-in-law's party next week. What is it? I'm not going to go or I won't go.
We won't go.
I won't
go.
I'm not going. I'm not going.
All right. Thank you very much. Number 9, shall I help you with the washing up? Will I help you with the washing up? What is it?
Will I help you?
Will I?
Will, shall, what is it?
Shall I help?
Shall. So I heard both. Maybe we can tick.
Yeah.
All right, yes. That sounds good enough. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we answered. We're gonna check the answers and see what is going on. Wow, we got 3 out of 10. You see? This is what we have achieved in this activity. So let's analyze. Let's analyze what happened here. The thing with this is that if you say are going or will retire, they both mean the same because it's next year. So what's the difference between going to and will? Well, they essentially mean the same, but if you have a time indicator in the sentence, if it's very specific, you can use going. If you don't have any time indicator, you use will. The problem here is that next year is not really specific, but you still have a time indicator. So both of them are correct. Are going to and will are the same in this example, right? That's the first one. Well, actually, there's no number for this. I don't know why. In number one, we have the following. Will we or shall we invite your parents for Sunday lunch? And the answer is shall we? Because as I told you, if you use will is not really for a specific time. It's simply the future, but it's not a specific time. Now, if you ask for shall, the word shall expresses something in the future, but will also give you information about the intention because it's something like should, right? Do you remember the word should? We already used it in the previous exercise. So we're asking if we should invite, shall we invite your parents? All right, it's a similar word. What else? Number two was correct. And you can see why.
Teacher,
Yes.
teacher, repeat the explication, the different will and shall.
Yes, the difference is that shall sounds like should. All right. And if you try to use the word will is for any idea that is not specific. Not specific. In number one, it is very specific. You see, Sunday lunch, it's very specific. So you don't really want to use the word will in this case. All right. But if you analyze number two, we use will in a contraction, but we still use will. I will make, I'll make. Why are we using I'll make and not I'm going to? Because we don't have a specific date. You see, I'll make a cake for your mom's birthday. All right, but we don't know when the birthday is. So it's not as specific. We cannot use the word I'm going to. We use the word will because it's not specific. All right, keep in mind this.
Okay, thank you.
All right, yeah, that's for everyone. You're welcome. Maria Belén, right? Yes, Maria Belén.
Yes.
Yes, all right. Number three, what happened here? I'm not having or I'm not going to have dinner. And the answer apparently is both of them. But probably the problem here is not the expression, is this. Because maybe the word to have should be inside the parenthesis, not outside. And if that's the case, both of them are correct. I'm not having dinner. I'm not going to have dinner. That would be correct. All right, maybe it's an addition problem and I would like to check it out. Give me a moment just to be sure. One B. All right, so we're over here. As you can see, this was number three. Is what I told you. You have the two options. I'm not having or I'm not going to have. So to have is not part of the main sentence. Let's go back to the activity. ¿Sí ven el error? ¿O todavía no?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Hay un error de edición, ¿verdad? To have debería estar dentro del paréntesis junto con I'm not going, no fuera. Por estar fuera, no íbamos a decir I'm not having to have. Y aquí está la prueba. I'm not having, está en cursiva. I'm not going to have, está en cursiva. All right, so that's the doubt. This is why the answer was both of them. All right. Remember, you may use the ing form to talk about the future as well. All right. Especially when it's something very specific, a very specific time. In this case, the specific time is tonight. Tonight. I'm having dinner tonight. I'm going to have dinner tonight. So you can use this expression as well. All right, let's move on. Number 4 will be, and well, in this case, this is not a specific time because it says the exam will be on the last Friday of term. The last Friday, not, I mean, it's a specific day, but you have to check because every term will involve a different Friday on a different day. I mean, this month, Friday is 30, but next month, Friday will be 28 and so on. So it's a different day. It cannot be considered as specific. I hope this is clear. I'm trying to make this as simple as possible. Please let me know if you still have any doubts. Over here, it says you can trust me. I won't tell. And that was correct because I'm not telling. That would be a very specific time. And we don't have any time at all. So you use will or want, the negative version, but not the ing version. In number 6, my cousin is arriving or will arrive at 5:30 p.m. It's very specific time. If it's very specific, you use ing or you use going. You do not use will. Will is not specific. Ing is specific. Number 7, I think the birth rate shall go down. Remember, shall is like should. So in this case, it would be the consequence of something, but there is no consequence. So we are simply forecasting that it will happen in the next few years. So it's not a specific time. We should use the word will, not shall. Number 8, I'm not going to or I won't go. And well, remember, if it's a specific, you use going. And this one is specific because it says next weekend. All right? Next weekend, a specific time. So we use going, not will or want. All right, I'm not going to. And finally, number 9, shall I or will I help you with the washing up? And the answer is shall I, because you are asking a person for permission, for agree or disagree. And will is a question of future. Will I help you? I mean, why do you answer that? Why would you ask that in the first place? Will I help you? You know if you will help him or her or not. Shall is more like a question. You're asking for permission. All right. That's basically it.
Teacher,
Yes.
can you repeat the 7 exercise? Because
7.
you say, yes, because you say that will is not specific, but shall is the correct.
I don't understand. What did I say?
Usted dijo que will no era específico con el
Ajá.
tiempo. Y ahí dice
Yes.
en las siguientes, en las few.
Ajá. In the next few years, we don't know exactly when. So it's not as specific. That's why we're using will. In this case, the word shall could be used if there was a consequence involving that situation, but there's none. So we need to insist on the word will, not the word shall.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. I like that you're paying attention to the explanation, although usually it's boring when we explain grammar. I believe you agree. I don't know. Is anyone having fun when I explain grammar? I don't see your faces. Do you have fun when I explain grammar? No, it's boring. Yes, I know. It's boring for me too. But I mean, it's part of the class. And somehow, because I'm your teacher, I need to explain this to you so you are able to do the following activities, which is what you're gonna do right now. You already know the answers for activity, what was it? 1A, the grammar activity 1A. Now I would like you to work on the other two activities that we have. Actually, the three activities, because you will have to do this again, although you already know the answers. But that makes no difference to me. The important is that you practice. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have this, we have these grammar activities on the platform. Please get started with this. There is one listening activities with matching the grammar that we did and another grammar with a different version of the activity, but it's the same topic. All right. Please let me know when you're done. After I have 10 raising hands, we check the other two activities. All right. I'm going to pause the recording so you can work freely, and then we are going to keep back and check what we did. Oscar, yes? What did you write here?
He's going to do it.
He's going. All right, let's write that down. He's going to do a degree in engineering. Maybe we also have the opportunity to write an apostrophe here. He's going to. All right, it would be okay as well. Can I see you tonight? No,
I am working.
All right, interesting. I am working. Should I write it like this? I'm working. Yes, or should I write the word am?
No, it's okay, the first.
The first form is okay. All right. No, I'm working late. How about Saturday? Number 4, what would you like for starters? Do you know what is starter? When you go to the restaurant, you can ask for a starter. What is that? Anyone?
Is the first plate?
The first plate that you eat, right? The first plate. And usually it's something like chips or maybe a little soup or something that you can start with. All right, that's why it's called starter. All right. So I will have. Is that right? I will have the prawns, please. All right. Number 5. There's nothing in the fridge. Okay. Shall. Very nice. Shall we get a takeaway? Do you remember this one? We saw it on the last unit. Takeaway. What is this?
Comida para llevar.
And wait, no, Michelle, sorry.
Well, actually, that's correct. I mean, a takeaway would be food that you order and then you order and you take it back home. You don't eat it in the same place. All right, that's basically what it is. Number 6, I don't have any money, so I can't go out. No problem. I am going to lend you.
I will lend.
I will lend. Very good. Number 7, shall we have a barbecue tomorrow? I don't think so. On the radio, they said that it
is going to rain.
is going to rain
Will rain.
or will rain?
No, it's going to rain.
Will
It's
rain.
going to. Well, the thing is that tomorrow is a specific time. So maybe it could be both. What do you think?
It's going to rain.
It's going to rain. All right, let's keep this answer and then we check, all right? Number 8, we land at about 8 o'clock. I already gave you this answer before. Should I pick you up from the airport? So let's finish the attempt and see how we did. Oh, 10 out of 10. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. That was interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, so that's basically what we have to work right now. I mean, for today. Now, for the following classes, I must let you know that we're going to start working on an English project. All right, it's part of the grade that we need to have in our records. And well, tomorrow I will let you know more details about this project, but I believe you're going to enjoy it. Have you enjoyed the work, the group activities that we have done so far? Yes, no? Or do you want to keep it individually? Do you prefer a group project or an individual project? A group project.
Individual.
A group project.
A group project.
But
A group
we are
project,
choosing
teacher.
the members.
Oh, you want to choose the members?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna think about it. I mean, it's not like it will be any different because at the end I will still grade you individually. So the idea of doing something as a group is simply for developing soft skills, teamwork, leadership, this kind of things. But at the end, the communication abilities, that would be individual. There's no way I can grade you as a group. So once again, you may vote. Actually, I'm gonna let you vote in this moment. Let me see. A project. Oh, what is it? Hey, come on. Project. Choice 1, group. Choice 2, individual. All right. Please vote. Let me know so we can do this as the majority wishes. Wow. I can see your live answers and it's there. It's even. It's even. There's no tendency yet. I'm still missing 7 students to answer the poll. Please answer. 5 students to go. 5 students. I don't know who they are. This is completely anonymous. 4 students. 4 students to go. 2 students to go. Come on, 2 students. I don't know who they are. Who's missing? Maybe the ones that are with the camera off. Itati, Natalia. Please answer the poll. 10, 9, 8, 7. Answer the question. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Profe, ¿qué dijo?
Que responda la pregunta de la encuesta.
Ya la estoy haciendo, teacher. Se puso como loco el celular.
Ha mucho tiempo prendido el celular. Natalia. Nada. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you answered. Those two could have made the difference. This is the result. So individual group work is the one that wins. There will be no groups, every person on his own, every man for himself. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that would be it for today. Thank you very much for your attendance and your participation. We continue this tomorrow. Have a great night and see you on Friday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you
Have a nice
tomorrow,
night.
teacher. Thank you.